Hi everyone, welcome to the Career Chat Show with me, Yanmo. Now, for some of you that don't know who I am, I'm Yanmo. I'm a career expert and I am a Forbes Coaches Council member. I've had a magnificent career run for over 15 years in FTSE 100 companies. So now I am teaching strategies, tips and hints on how you can also advance and progress in your career. So welcome to the Career Chat Show. Like I said, in today's chat show, we're going to be talking about all things transferable skills and why you need to double down on your transferable skills. So first and foremost, what are transferable skills, or what is a transferable skill? A transferable skill is a skill that you learn and you can actually take from one job to another job, right? You can transfer them from one organization to another organization, from one industry to another industry. Some people say transferable skills are usually people skills. I tend to agree with that, but now in the age of AI, I wouldn't say AI is a people skill, but I believe that AI is part of a transferable skill. Now, if you don't double down on your transferable skills, you're going to be left behind. Your skills can be divided into two forms: your hard skills and your soft skills. Transferable skills are usually your soft skills. Your hard skills are your technical skills for coding, things like that. But your transferable skills are usually your soft skills, your people skills. Now, why am I talking about this? I realize that a lot of people go out and get certifications, they do they get trained on their hard skills, but they don't double down on their soft skills, on their transferable skills. What are examples of transferable skills? Number one, communication. Now, because you can speak, or because you talk, does not necessarily mean that you're communicating, especially in the workplace. Have you ever had a situation whereby you say something to your colleague and your colleague says, "I don't understand"? Now, you have spoken to your colleague, but your colleague has not understood what you have said, meaning you have not communicated. And that is the difference between speaking and communication. Communication means that you have to be understood, and it is an art. Communication itself is an art, and there are two types of communications. There is verbal communication, and then there is also non-verbal communication. Now, what I'm doing at the moment is verbal communication because I am speaking, right? I am talking. But there's also non-verbal communication, which is listening, which is body language. Now, listening is really, really difficult, especially when you want to be heard, you want to get your point across, you want them to know that you know what you're saying and that you're the genius and you're the expert. I get it. But remember, you have 2 ears and 1 mouth, meaning you should listen more than you speak, or you should listen more than you talk. Now, if you don't listen, and it's not listening just because you want the person to speak and you want to get the conversation out of the way, but it's listening to truly understand, listening to find out what is being communicated to me. This is why I said it's not just about talking or speaking, it's also about listening. And oftentimes we're not trained to listen to what people are saying. We tend to have a default response to what people have said to us, and it's usually wrong. So for example, I can say something to you and your response is nothing. It has nothing to do with what I have said. Why? Because you haven't listened to me. Your ears may be open, but you haven't listened to me. So we need to double down on communication, especially the non-verbal element of it, which is listening and taking and body language. So for example, body language is the way your body shows an expression. Not everybody is good at reading body language, but if you're going to thrive in the workplace, if you're going to advance in the workplace, you need to be able to read your colleagues, your bosses, your stakeholders' body language. So for example, if I was to fold my arms like this, I don't know if you can see it in frame, but if I was to fold my arms like this, that I'm communicating something with that body language. If I was to roll my eyes, I'm communicating something with that body language. Now, you may think that all these body languages don't have a way of communication, but they do. They really, really do. Hi, I'm Yanmo. I'm your career expert and a Forbes Coaches Council member. If you're watching this, you're likely feeling frustrated, feeling stuck and unsure how to advance in your career. You know you want more, but you're not quite sure how to go about it. Well, fret not. What I have done is I have put together a 2-day live Advance Your Career Challenge where I will walk you through the strategies that you require to move from where you are to where you need to get to, so that you can thrive, you can add value, you can earn the money that you require, and you can start living a fulfilled life. If that's you and you're interested in the challenge, then click the link below this video and sign up for the challenge. It's 2 days, is live. I'm going to walk you through it, and guess what? There's 100% money back guarantee. If you don't get any value from the challenge, if you feel that the challenge didn't work for you, you get your money back. So based on that, you have absolutely nothing to lose. Absolutely nothing to lose. So click the link below and sign up for the Advance Your Career Challenge. I look forward to seeing you in the challenge so that you can start thriving and advancing in your career. I'll speak to you soon. Bye. Let me give you a very simple example. A little baby that opens up their arms means that they want to be carried by you. A little baby that does not open up their arms is also telling you that they don't want to be carried by you. And that's exactly the same thing even as an adult, right? So we need to pay particular attention to our body language. What is our body language communicating in the workplace? When you go into meetings, how are you communicating non-verbally with your body language? These are things that we really need to double down on, especially if we want to advance in our careers. I've had situations where people have said to me that, oh, I didn't say anything, but this was the feedback, and the feedback was negative. Okay, you didn't say anything, but what did your body language communicate? Right? And even though you didn't verbally say anything, you spoke non-verbally. And that is something that many people don't realize. Whether you're speaking with your mouth or you're speaking with your body, you're always communicating something. So we need to double down on communication. Another transferable skill that we need to double down on is our creative thinking. Now, you can't just think about one particular thing and leave it at that. You need to be able to think broader. And thinking is one of the highest forms of getting anything across. What do I mean by that? The level of thinking we need to start adapting means that you have to actually get to a place where you're still and allow your creative juices to start going to places that you've never really gone to. In a way, think outside of the box, right? And the more you can think creatively, the more you can come up with solutions that will help your program, your project, even your organization at large. So I want to encourage you to start thinking more creatively. It is a transferable skill. The other thing as well is adaptability. Now, this is a really big one because adaptability speaks to change, and human beings do not like change, even though change is the one thing that is constant, but human beings don't like change at all. The more you are adaptable, especially to change, the more resilient you're going to be. Meaning, if there is any information or there's anything in the organization that doesn't go according to your plan according to your plan, because you're adaptable, it's easier actually for you to bounce back. Right? In a previous video, I've spoken about bounce back ability, right? But that speaks to adaptability as well. So I want you to think about change being constant, and how are you going to be adaptable to the changes that your industry is coming up with, your organization is coming up with, and even your project or your program that you're working on is coming up with. So you have to think about that. The other transferable skill that I want to mention to you is problem solving. Now, this is huge because organizations hire people to solve problems, not necessarily just to do a job, but your role in the organization is solving a problem. But what I want you to do is think outside of the box. Don't just say, right, here are my tasks or my responsibilities, and that's all I'm going to do. The people that put their hand up, the people that come forward to say, you know what, I can solve this problem, are usually the people that are going to advance in their career career a lot faster and a lot more than the others that don't solve any problems. So I want you to double down on your transferable skills. And like I said, transferable skills, you can take them from one industry to another industry. It's with you. It doesn't leave you, right? It's not like a hard skill where if you're coding in one industry and you decide to transition to a different career altogether, you don't need to code, but you need to communicate. You need to have adaptability. You need to be able to problem solve. You need to be able to have, creative thinking. So these are some of the transferable skills that I believe that if you double down on, it will help significantly advance your career. If you haven't yet subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button down below and click the bell so that you get notified every single time I upload a new video. If you have any questions or you feel that any other transferable skills that I haven't mentioned but you believe will be very, very helpful, leave them in the comments below and I will respond to you. Until the next chat show, I will see you soon. God bless you.